this program, because
Yes,
the
sir.
MLK program is so important to our community.
Yes, sir.
You know, Dr. King, we celebrate him this weekend for a day or two, but really the work that he did is lifelong, and it's something that we should apply the other 364 days of.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't want you to be comfortable, like her brother Johnson said. I want you to be awakened for the rest of the year. So that's in keeping in honor with that legacy that Dr. King gave. And if I'm not mistaken, now did I hear him say that this is the first time we're back in the MLK program since
the pandemic? Yeah.
Since 2020?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We missed 2 years.
Wow. Well, first of all, I have to take my part of the responsibility in it taking so long for us to be back here, because in 2020, when I did the brief reflection, I got up here, you know, I got nervous, and Red gave me 2 microphones and I got nervous. And so what happened was, I got up here and did what I seen hundreds of, maybe thousands of Baptist pastors do when they get up here, even though I'm not a pastor. I was sitting up here and the first thing I said was, touch your neighbor, grab your neighbor, look your neighbor right in the face. And what happened was, a month later, everybody had COVID. So I apologize for part of that. And looking forward, I would again ask you to give this MLK committee a big hand for putting on this program. So looking forward, I know my job is a brief reflection, but I want to look forward to tomorrow. We have R.L. White.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about nobody.
Right.
I'm just talking about him.
Now, come on now. Come
I can't wait
on.
to meet him, because he was the NAACP president, and I went to do some training there, and he was unable to make it. So I'm looking forward to seeing him there.
Yeah, man.
And as we look back, we have to realize what this committee brought to us the last time. Mr. Black Power salute himself,
That's
Brother
right.
Thomas Smith.
That's right.
And I remember sitting there vividly when he walked in. I almost fainted. I was talking to City Councilwoman Copa Kilgore, and my eyes welled up. And she said, "But no, why are you crying?" I said, "Because I realized that when that man came down from the podium, what he went through after that.
Come on now.
He was not allowed to work.
Come on.
The profession he had dedicated his life to. He was faster than Usain Bolt in the time.
Yes.
And he was not allowed to work. Wife left him, couldn't get a job. And so many people stand with you when you're an activist on top of the podium. The time you come down, that's when the real work starts. And Angela Davis said, we must change the things that we can no longer accept. And here in Barrett County, we have some things that we have to work on that we must change because we can no longer accept them. Like 5 out of 10 of our black students, by the time they get to middle school, are failing standardized tests. That means half. And so the problem with that is it's not all the parents' fault. But immediately they say, well, what about the parents? But how many times have we seen in this community where a young man was eligible to play football every Friday night, but they're not on the field graduation night?
Talk about that. Talk about
You don't have
that.
to look no further than the reference that Reverend Cooper made about Georgia. You look at Herschel Walker, he was on the football field, but he ain't graduated yet. And so you like boys and making them gladiators.
That's
On
right.
Friday night.
You right, though.
Graduates on Saturday morning.
That's right.
And we have to change the things we can no longer accept. And see, the whole thing about the school thing, when children are failing standardized tests by the time they get to middle school, is because they got so far behind in elementary school. And here's what we have in Barrett County. We have 6 schools without a single black teacher working in them today, 2023.
That's a problem, man.
Now the problem with that is Vice President Kamala Harris stated that a child that has 1 black teacher, by the time they're in 3rd grade, they're 13% more likely to go to college. A child that has 2 black teachers is 31% more likely to go to college. And here we are in 2023 with 6 total schools without a single certified black teacher. we need to change some things we can no longer accept. Because that problem snowballs into what we call the prison industrial complex. Again, here in Barrow County, we arrest 10,342 citizens per year because they're not prepared for the real world. And there's an African proverb that says, a child that does not feel the embrace of the village growing up will come back to burn it down to feel its warmth.
Lord have mercy.
So we have a lot of work to do. We have to change the things we can no longer accept. Incarcerating 342 people per year is staggering because we arrest more people than any of our adjacent counties. Hall, Jackson, Clark, almost twice that of Gwinnett and Oconee. The thing about that is Gwinnett has 11 times more people than we have. So we need to change the things we can no longer accept. And to see the real effects of that, all we have to do is look out of this window. We can't honor Dr. King without talking about economic justice. And in our Kenwood community, we've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of generations of families being displaced through a process they call a urban renewal. But in the barbershop, we call it Negro removal. We call it what it is. So we can't honor Dr. King on one day without continuing his legacy on the other day.
Come on.
That's where I wrote the book, The Southern Awakening. I'm thankful to the MLK committee. They're going to be raffling off like 10 copies of my book. But it's about solutions. You know, our solutions start with us believing first that we deserve better, that we can do better. We have to have that belief. And then there's a personal responsibility that we have to take. We have to be like Michael Jackson was in the song Human Nature. We have to ask questions, why?
That's right.
Why?
That's right.
When we walk out of here and we see all this construction going on in our communities and we don't see people that look like us getting out of them trucks. When I remember looking in 2023, I remember a whole lot of construction workers sitting out there in the crowd looking back at me. We don't see any of them getting out of them trucks. We have to ask the question, why? And when we pass our police department up here in Sylvania, if we can't tell whether it's a Ku Klux Klan rally lit out or a police department because we don't see faces that look like us, represent us, we have to ask why. Why? So that's what the book about. And, you know, hopefully in 2024, if I'm able to be back here, because we never know, that we not only will be able to look over at the promised land like King, but we will be able to build a promised land right here in Barrow County. Thank y'all for having me.